Welcome back, guys. This is Fearful Hog. So, as you can see at the top left of my screen, I have now had 500 days played on my survival world with viewers on Bedrock. Uh, I've streamed this quite a few times. I've made some videos on it, but I wanted to make a walkthrough of the world since, to show off the world in 500 days. Here's the view from my house. This looks very different from the last video I made, obviously. Not to mention the vibrant visuals. It's changed, so, I want to start off here. Obviously, my house. This is my starter house. I made an entire video on this. And you'll now see a path system which was not in the game before the last video I made it in. Here is Owen's house. Looks absolutely lovely. Very nice, very nice. It leads down to the path system down there. But first, I want to show off Spawn a bit more. This map is very good. 500 days played on it so far, which I'm really appreciative of. I remember making this road very early on before the rest of the paths existed. I just really wanted to kind of a way to get from spawn to my base. Here's a lovely base. Unfortunately, I think the person who built it isn't really on the server much anymore, which is unfortunate. Here's a really lovely base as well, I believe made by Kai. So he hasn't been on the server even longer, but hey. Even if people don't come back onto the server, I still appreciate, if they've, left a little piece of their creativity on the server. But hey, there's the chicken statue. This has been around, actually, I still don't know if it's a chicken, but, it's been here for the longest time. Here's a pretty recent addition, which is a request board where people, put up their requests of me here. Right now, there has none, considering I've got rid of them when I read them. Here's a building, which is absolutely great. And here's where we spawn, inside a cave. Back when we started, this place was completely dark, man. Because of my efforts, it's pretty much completely lit up now, all the way even back there, like mobs don't spawn here. Well, hostile mobs at least. Very recently, a a slime factory was made here. I haven't actually visited yet, so let me do that right now. Let me visit. It looks really nice. Looks absolutely lovely. I can only imagine, when the person who made this is on. It looks great. Like, not clearly completely finished yet, but still really nice. I actually like the use of smooth stone in it, to be honest with you. That I believe is the only build in the or not in the factory, in the spawn cave. Since I've made it a rule where people can build in the cave, because for a long time it wasn't allowed. Yeah, well, now that I'm finished, making the place safe, I decided I might as well let people build in there. Here's the spawn house that Psych got him made. Yeah, very good, very good. Has a lot of chests. I believe down here has furnaces. Yeah, a lot of furnaces down here. Here's the nether, but I will be going there in a minute because first I have some things to show around here. Here's a crafting table, or not crafting table, sorry, enchanting table. Here's Zach's first house on the world, although we'll be getting to his second house in a minute. Looks absolutely amazing. There's Sam's house. Looks absolutely great. Has a happy gas up, I believe, in the roof, so I won't go to disturb the poor fella. And remember, guys, if you want to be on this server, you can. Well, this world's not a server. Just join one of my streams. Let me know you want to join, and then I'll invite you. But with that being said, we get to the first. Well, not the first. The most recent build I've made. In fact, I made this just yesterday. If you're watching this when I released it, it's a Hall of Fame. Because on the first world attempt I'd done with viewers, I had a building very close to this, very similar looking. Unfortunately, it was supposed to be a core house, and because of that, it got really bad. So I decided this time I just want to make a Hall of Fame. Here's the first inductee, Entity. We'll see a lot of his builds as we go along the world, but he's the first person in here so far. It's not completely finished yet, of course. This is where the second inductee will be placed, and this will be, of course, future inductees. But right now, that's all. That's the proof of the ballots. There, all the votes towards Entity. Of course, if they're getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, I do want it to be an actual vote for it instead of just me deciding favorites. With that being said, we finally get to the lake, which is probably where I'd say the most concentrated amount of builds has been happening on the server. At least recently, because on the start of the server, it was mainly just me living on the lake with no one else. But very recently, it's been picking up a ton. We'll start off here with Moab's house. That's just a storage room made by Lofted. Here is Moab's house. In my opinion, it's very abstract looking. I mean, not many Minecraft houses look like this. But hey, I think having a unique looking house is cool. Oh, the thing's gone. The steps are gone. How? Okay, cool. Now that's a storage room. I mean, a while ago that was a bit of a room that I didn't think had much of a purpose. So I appreciate the mob has changed it into something that's actually useful for him. The reason half of this is ice is because of course it's winter right now. So Entity is trying to make the lake completely kind of frozen over. There's Entity's happy guest. I believe he has a name. I think it's Casper, but I could be wrong. There's unfortunately an unfinished house, and that will stay unfinished because of I believe the person who was building it is no longer on the server. There's some cacti because there is no desert close enough to here. Like the closest like 2,500 blocks away, so I had to bring it here. There's a giant orange made by Entity, requested and commissioned by a guy that was on the server, but unfortunately he's no longer on it. Here's a house of Jack was taken. It's a very it's a very Minecraft house in my opinion. It's a very Minecraft house, just kind of like a shape. Fair enough. Here's a very tall building, which is Alone's old base. He is living quite a bit far now, but we will get there soon enough. No, actually no. Whose base is this? I don't actually know. That's a nice little house, but I actually don't know whose it is. But fair enough. And this used to be a base of Chips, but unfortunately he's moved out since. As that finally brings me over to my island, the second of my builds in the third technically of my builds so far. There's no builds here. It's just kind of convenient for me to use. Considering I don't know why there's water in this tray at all. It's convenient. It's central. Wherever I want to go, it's probably within like a close distance of the of this island. So I've stayed on as mine for a very long time. There's a rail system here that I think is pretty cool. Of course, it's not the quickest because rails aren't quick in Minecraft, but well, I will still use it for the nature of the video, obviously. Bringing us past Christmas Island, which we'll be going over to in a second, another one of my builds. But right now we'll just stay in the minecart, going over to AFC's base. We'll get to that in a second. Okay, we jump out. I'll break it and put it in the chest. Cool. We get the okay, I don't know what's going on there. Poor guy. It says no entry, but yeah. This is for this is for testing purposes, obviously. Okay, so no more chickens in the chicken farm. Oh, it's a tree farm now. Fair enough. It used to be a chicken farm, I think. Some shelves. No harm. I don't know if I'd say the dog's harm. Just kind of hanging around right now. Nothing to do with that. A dog's out here. Okay, that's where the animals moved. Although I'm sure I used to have a chicken farm. Oh, fair enough. I guess who am I to decide what a man's farming in his house? This is a storage room. Fair enough. Oh, farm downstairs. This is a very Minecraft house in my opinion. This just reminds me of Minecraft. An observation room and a diving board. This is massive, so I'm not going to go up it. Just know it's very large. And there's slime blocks that you can see down here. Yeah, that's right there. Well, that's slime blocks so far, not slime blocks, but okay, then we leave and let me go back to my island for a second, just so we can sleep. There should be a bed over here actually, which will allow me to show off this wondrous build in a bit better detail. Dodge the skeletons who are trying to harm me. Wait, there should be a bed right there. Cool. Lovely. This is going good, I think. One take, so let's hope I don't completely forget what I'm trying to say. Here is one of my newer builds. It's a pet cemetery for all the fallen pets in the world. A horse, a beloved zombie horse that I got. Unfortunately, he burnt to death in the daytime. I couldn't get a saddle on quick enough. There was a sheep that unfortunately was brutally killed by Entity, but fair enough. Here's 15 snowmen wrecked, murdered, which, in all fairness, half of them did fall into the ocean when we were making Christmas Island. They didn't exactly kill them, but fair enough. Damn. Fair enough. I presume 2 armadillos, unfortunately, also now call that place their final resting place. So the fact this looks like an Ivory Coast sign from this angle, it is an Irish flag because I am Irish. Yeah, in case you can't tell by the accent. There is wrecked, kind of biggest build on the server so far, a massive skibbity toilet. He recently added the Christmas tree, which I think looks absolutely lovely. Then we get to a pretty ugly looking build, unfortunately for me. It's an artificial like piece of land, so in case you were wondering, that's why it looks like there's so little dirt. It isn't like someone completely robbed it. I think on the inside though it looks a lot better. Here's an office room. There's a pool, although the owner of the house wrecked thinks it's a what do you call it, a bath, but I would disagree with him. There's a dining room. Here's a bedroom, and if you go upstairs, you have a massive observation room slash kind of storage as well. Looking at the absolutely wondrous bridges made by Entity, that one, and that one that we'll be getting to in a second. I really can appreciate how much Entity has done on the server, and I really do agree with the server inducting him into the Hall of Fame as the first person. This was Bluish Bog's base, I believe, but unfortunately Creeper seems to have gotten it, unfortunately. Hopefully, if it's back on the server, it shouldn't be too much cost to fix it. I don't know whose base this is, that's the issue. There's just some bases that they don't have names on it, and it's like, oh damn, I'll never really know who made that, but I can respect no matter what, that guy's left a mark on the server, you know? Oh yeah, now we have circled back to the path, and we are back past uh, Chip's base, and we get to Zach's base. Absolutely lovely looking. Very great. This is currently Zach's base. Looks absolutely amazing. I guess he has a pet zombie. Very interesting architecture on the inside. I won't lie. Where'd you have his bed actually? I don't know. But great interior house. And then over here we have a very recent project of Zach as of like about an hour before I finished my most recent stream. He made someone's past base into an aquarium because the person that made that base was banned for duping. I think it looks really good. I've never seen like someone have the idea to make like an aquarium in a house before. And I think this looks absolutely great. You can even see from under the house you can have like a bottom view, which I think is also great. And with that, I do believe we are past the entries at this what do you call it? Like at spawn, I believe. So with that, we'll be going through the Nether to get to our next locations. Past another mini bridge that Entity made. Looks great as well. Among very many things Entity has contributed to the server, he has added very clearly a lot of bridges, which I actually think is really good. I like paths. That's something I care about a lot in Minecraft. Not just like having to like kind of wing where you want to go. I want some guy to drop on this server and have a really good chance of seeing like a lot of, actual builds instead of, just kind of wandering around the world hoping to find something. Okay, we get to the Nether and we have this Nether spawn point. I made this with the help of Entity. There's a respawn beacon. And going across this roadway, which I did make, took a while because it was a lot of blackstone, but still. We will get to a place that doesn't have any builds in it, although it is still a place that I feel is notable because I think it has absolutely amazing architecture. Although unfortunately, I think before we get there, I'll have an issue with number one, food, and also number two, getting attacked by ghasts. So let's hope that neither of those infect me that much. Of course, I am full netherite, so I'm not that concerned. Unfortunately, this does not pass through a crimson forest, so I could have stopped off to kill some of the big pig yolks. I forgot their names. Zoglins or something like that? I don't know. Sorry. I don't know the exact official names of some Minecraft creatures, especially not ones I'm interacting with much. Regardless, though, we get to a pretty identical looking second nether kind of safe zone, although a bit different. And we make it out to a place that, as I said, isn't here for builds. It's here for more very interesting world gen, because this is the closest desert to the spawn, and also a very interesting desert. Because look at that world gen. I mean, I personally think it looks really nice. Like, look at that. And the issue is, I'm pretty sure that could be toppled because But I think that might just be floating sand. Hopefully not though, because if so, that can be easily broken. But while I'm here, I guess I'll feast on some cows. I definitely need it. Cool. That should be enough food for to nourish me throughout the journey. So absolutely lovely world generation. I'm surprised no one has built over here before. The only reason I'd say so probably because it's so far away from normal spawn that people probably don't go out of their way to find here. But if I was trying to find a new place I want to build that looks nice and that no one else is around in, and like if I was new to the server, I'd 100% go to this desert because it has such lovely world gen. With that, we can circle around and go back through the Nether, although not exactly towards the spawn Nether portal because I have a different destination. Entity's first house, well, Entity's current house, not his first. Well, it's his first and his current. I don't think he has multiple houses, but because this place has some significant builds along with, of course, Entity's house, and I want to get there. And then I believe I will end off the stream, or sorry, not stream. If you can't tell, chat, I make videos a lot. I make streams a lot more than I make videos. So sometimes I just say chat if I'm yapping a lot, and also I claim a video to stream. But I'll end off the video with going to Sykes Base, one of the absolutely best looking bases in this map. In fact, some would say it's the best looking base. And it's not my job to pick favorites for the builds on the map. Oh wait, I wouldn't be finished off with Sykes Base actually. I'd be finishing off with my Christmas Island because I haven't gone there yet. Ah well. Yeah, I'll go to Entity's base, then Sykes Base. Then I'll finish off with the Christmas Island just by the fact that it's one of my builds, so I'd like to finish off my video with my build, which I guess makes a bit of sense. This like bridge system was like kind of made very hastily, like at the beginning. So the fact I haven't made an official bridge yet is kind of sad, and that is probably something I should get on before I consider making the 1,000 day video of this. Although hey, I'm sure by that point someone will build a bridge, right? Maybe. Although it stood for 500 days, no reason to start doubting it now. But here we are at Entity's base. Looks absolutely amazing. Very nice build in my opinion. Absolutely lovely. I'll close the door for him, and I'll also check the upstairs. Like I personally think this base looks really nice, and there's some other really nice builds here also made by Entity, and also other people as well. So there is Entity's trading hall for villagers. Very nice. I helped out on the building of this only by I collected all kind of the stone while Entity was doing the important like kind of schematics of the build. Looks really nice. You can see that on the inside. I don't believe he's finished setting up all the villagers yet, but he's still working on it. And even while he was working on that, he still made this house, which is Lofted's house, made for her by Entity. I think this house as well looks absolutely amazing. I definitely want to get close enough to give a full walkthrough of this house, opposed to just kind of running past it. There are Lofted's dogs. There's I guess a sheep farm, and like look at this house, man. Looks absolutely amazing. Like full enchanting table. I forget what that's called. Ruin stand. And that's only downstairs. You come up here, all the stuff you'd kind of want in a house in Minecraft. Then you have some lovely like views with the balconies. Absolutely amazing build, man. And then for I believe the last build over here, it should be Alon's new house. We looked at his old house earlier, which was the tower, and now we'll be looking at his new house. I actually haven't came to his new house, I don't believe. I think I've like flown by a couple times as a spectator because I just like checking on what people are doing to see if no one's breaking rules and stuff like that. Okay, so it is gated, but okay, there's a sign here. Let's see if it says no entrance. Alone. Okay, it says property. I presume it's still entry, I guess. Plus, I'm only entering to look at. I'm not entering to do anything nefarious. There's a nearly created nether portal, which is cool. There's an interesting okay, it's a rail system, I guess, probably. It's interesting. It ends with glowstone and a really nice large house, very massive. I wonder if it's gonna be adding the second floor, or she wants it to be really like tall. Regardless, it looks really nice on the inside. In fact, it like gives a weird illusion. It feels like a giant's house nearly. What is that? Oh, it's a horse. Cool. W horseman. Well, that is all the builds over here, and now, Sha, I will ask you give me a while so I can get over to Sykes base. Okay, I've made my way over to Sykes base. As you can see, it's a cherry biome, and just to let you know, guys, I won't be making it every single base. I'm only making the ones that I can kind of think of. So Sykes base is up here, but while I am here, I should talk about Fearless's base. Looks absolutely amazing, Fearless, my brother. I feel like he's doing a really good job. He hasn't been on the server for a while, but still his base looks absolutely great. And with that being said, let's make the descent up, or not the descent, the ascent up to Sykes base. Okay, so this spire wasn't here the last time I was here. Cool. Let me check it out. It doesn't look like it's completely finished yet, but yeah, nice. It's like a watchtower. Wow, and it gives you a really good view of the surrounding area and Fearless's base. Yeah, man, this is lovely. Drop down, and we go over to the main part of his base, the part I saw when I originally saw his base. Okay, so he has a horse running around. Fair enough. Yeah, Sykes base. Do not mind the trees. Yep. We drop down, and this base looks absolutely amazing, man. Like, look at it. Like, I don't know. I personally think this base looks great, man. Like, it looks lovely. It looks like it's inside an amethyst geode. In fact, that's what I think it is. Fair enough. This is a bit unfinished, but I don't know. I think that this base looks absolutely amazing, man. I don't know. I think all the bases on this world look absolutely sick and runway. That's the thing about Minecraft. Even if someone isn't like the technical best builder ever, or like the most this, the most that. Wow, I've never seen that bridge. I mean, I have to indulge and take a walk over that bridge. I mean, it'd just be rude not to. But as I was saying, Minecraft is like a very diverse game, and even in its like building parts, like everyone's vision of building is very different. So on a multiplayer server, the best part about it is the fact that anyone can build anything they like, as long as, of course, it fits with the rules. Like that's something I feel like no Minecraft clone kind of has, because I feel like so many Minecraft clones don't pay attention to the building, which in my opinion is probably the biggest part of Minecraft. It's like when I think Minecraft, I usually think building first, and then I think some other things, of course. Building is usually the number one thing. W bridge, by the way, big 400 blocks long, nice. I don't know. As I said earlier in the video, if you do want to join this world, just drop by one of my streams, which I should be doing every single day going into 2026. Drop by one of the streams, read the rules, which will be the pinned comment of the stream, and then play. Wow, it was this build either. Like, see, this world is so vast I don't even know half the builds. Like, oh, I've never seen this roadway. I need to read. Under construction, New Zach Industrial District. Damn, is this a project by Zach? Fair enough, man. I didn't even know this existed, man. Lovely bridge. I really like the various phases of oxidation on the things. I don't know if that's like intentional or not, but still. Damn, I've never even seen like that before. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Okay, I guess it's a bee farm probably. I actually made a pun there without even recognizing it. I didn't even know it was a bee farm before I said, what is that supposed to be? Oh well. Gosh, man, that's what I was just saying. So many things are happening on the server that like I'm not aware of at all. So much cool stuff that I've not interacted with at all. And that's what I really appreciate about a multiplayer server. So much vast, like different like expressions can be made on one map using the same set of blocks on the same texture pack. I don't know, man. That's something Minecraft has to a T. And with that, we get to our last build of the map. Well, the last build I'm going to be showing off in today's video. Christmas Island. Pretty bad Christmas tree, I'm not going to lie. But please, guys, remember, when you're building in Minecraft, you're building from like a kind of perspective of, this is my thing. And looking from here, it's like, oh, that's a pretty good tree. You get far away, though, and the further and further away you get, like, I don't know if that's exactly a tree. First, there's the sign, Fearful's Christmas Island. Here's another build that I think looks a lot better on the inside and the out. It's of course, a cabin. I think it looks really lovely. I was coerced into making a chimney, but I feel like in the end the chimney looks really good. I made the pattern for the floor myself, because of course, like, I think it looks Christmassy, you know, like red and green. They're the Christmas colors, you know. Looks nice. And I said, oh, I forgot to show the paint, bro. Someone stole the paint, man. Damn. My smile just dropped, by the way. Oh well. Moving swiftly along. Here's the igloo. This is nice, of course. If some guy does live in this, this will be good, of course. And then the last build of the day is this crab. I decided to add a crab because I'm really into GeoGuessr right now, and uh, the number one thing you need to know about Christmas Island, the real life Christmas Island, is the fact that there's a lot of crabs. And I decided, in the honor of the real life Christmas Island, might as well build a crab at Minecraft Christmas Island. And of course, he has a Santa hat on because I built him on Christmas. Um, the shell and the improved Christmas hat on it, of course, courtesy of Ente. With that being said, that's every build I wanted to show off in today's video. But of course, that was only how the map was doing after 500 days. I plan on this world going on for at least another 500, hopefully. And hopefully past that long as well. So, you know, if you want to join this world and be the next video, you know, be in the next video of like 1,000 days and see how much this area and the entire map as a whole will change, make sure again you drop by one of the streams. If you've liked this video, please consider liking it and subscribe if you haven't already. And hey, thank you very much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. With that being said, it's been a really rambly video, but still, you know, this is one take. Well, kind of. I had to find sex space, so technically two takes, but you know, I didn't have to redo a take, which is very rare for me. Regardless, thank you for watching, guys. Stay awesome, and until next time, I hope you have an amazing day. Goodbye.